Welcome to John Taylor's. What would you do if someone from the past suddenly called your phone? And what if helping that person ended up creating a monster far more dangerous than you could ever imagine? Today's story is one of the most gripping Korean thriller movies ever made, The Call. Seo-yeon returns to her childhood village. A man named Sung-ho picks her up and drives her to her old family home. Her mother is seriously ill in the hospital, and Sung-ho asks if she's visited her yet. Seo-yeon doesn't respond because she's distracted after losing her phone at the train station. Once inside the house, she finds an old cordless phone and plugs it in. Soon after, it rings. A woman on the other end mistakes Seo-yeon for someone else and complains about her crazy mom. When she realizes she's got the wrong number, she hangs up abruptly. Later, Seo-yeon visits her mother's doctor. He tells her that her mom has a brain tumor that can be operated on, but the surgery is complex and requires a specialist. When Seo-yeon visits her mother's hospital room, her mom starts talking about funeral arrangements and asks to be buried next to her father. This upsets Seo-yeon, and she storms out. She visits her father's grave and notices his headstone says he died in 1999. Back at the house, the mysterious phone calls continue. Seo-yeon realizes the woman calling is claiming to be calling from the same address. That night, Seo-yeon is startled awake by a loud crash. She investigates and finds a fallen photo. When she tries to rehang it, she discovers the wall is fake, concealing a hidden room. She breaks through and finds a box with a young girl's journal inside. As she flips through it, a photo falls out. Seo-yeon shows the photo to Sung-ho. He identifies the girl as Young Suk and says the house once belonged to her stepmother, who practiced shamanism. He claims he can't remember anything else and seems eager to drop the subject. Seo-yeon notices the photo is dated 1999. On her way home, she spots a store with the name Sun Hee, the same person the mysterious caller kept asking about. That night, another call comes through. The woman on the other end screams frantically before being dragged away by her stepmother. A struggle breaks out, and the hidden room catches fire. Seo-yeon looks through the opening she made and sees smoke and flames on the stairs. Later, the phone rings again. Seo-yeon tells the caller she knows she's Young Suk and that she found her photo dated November 26, 1999. Young Suk insists it's only the 18th. Seo-yeon reads from her journal to prove she knows things from the future. When Young Suk confirms the entry matches, she becomes frightened. Seo-yeon explains her theory. They're living in the same house but at different times. To prove it, she finds a newspaper from November 18th and tells Young Suk to watch the news for a plane crash report. That night, Young Suk has dinner with her stepmother, who threatens to send her back to an institution if she doesn't eat. Young Suk forces herself to eat. Later, she sees the plane crash report on the news and calls Seo-yeon back. The two women bond. Seo-yeon tells Young Suk about the future, her favorite musician making a comeback and new technologies that sound unbelievable in 1999. Young Suk shares that her biological mother is dead and her stepmother is the one tormenting her. Seo-yeon opens up about her father's death. When she was young, her mother forgot to turn off the gas, causing a fire that killed him. On November 21, 1999, Seo-yeon's family visits Young Suk's house, considering buying it. Her father is still alive at this point. Young Seo-yeon runs upstairs and finds Young Suk's locked room. When Young Suk opens the door and realizes who these visitors are, she calls the older Seo-yeon and lets her hear her father's voice. It's an emotional moment. Seo-yeon hasn't heard his voice in 20 years. Young Suk offers to save her father from the fire. On November 27th, the day Seo-yeon's father was supposed to die, Young Suk sneaks out of her house and goes to the old Seo-yeon home. Young Seo-yeon is watching TV while her mother paints her nails and lunch cooks on the stove. Her mother leaves, and Young Suk steals the key while Seo-yeon plays with her dad. Young Suk enters the house just as the fire starts. In the present, Seo-yeon's cell phone reappears, and the burned scar on her leg vanishes. Her entire house begins transforming. She walks outside and discovers a beautiful glasshouse garden. Inside, she sees her mother, and then her father appears. She breaks down crying and hugs him, confusing both parents. Later, she calls Young Suk to thank her. Seo-yeon spends time with her parents and shares new music with Young Suk. The two continue communicating and growing closer. But one day, Seo-yeon can't answer the phone because she's with her parents. Young Suk calls repeatedly and grows angry when she doesn't get a response. When they finally speak again, Young Suk seems unstable. Seo-yeon hears screaming through the phone, then Young Suk's stepmother's voice warning her to stay away. In the past, Young Suk's stepmother performs an exorcism on her, convinced it will help. She beats Young Suk and chants over her as the girl begs her to stop. Afterward, the stepmother visits Sun Hee's store and notices Young Suk has been there. She sees a wound on Sun Hee's leg. In the present, Seo-yeon searches online for Young Suk. Finding nothing on social media, she looks up her address and finds a news article reporting that Young Suk died during an exorcism performed by her stepmother. Young Suk calls again. Seo-yeon tells her she believes she'll die that night. Her stepmother takes a knife from the aquarium and goes to Young Suk's room, stabbing the bed where she thinks Young Suk is sleeping. But Young Suk isn't there. She laughs, grabs a fire extinguisher, and incapacitates her stepmother. She finds the knife in the smoky room and kills her stepmother. The taste of blood awakens something dark in her. Young Suk calls Seo-yeon, who has been worrying. Young Suk tells her she's fine. She feels reborn. Young Suk leaves the house for the first time, enjoying a meal she actually likes and buying new clothes. In the present, Sung-ho visits Seo-yeon's home to deliver strawberries. Everyone's excited and grateful. But in the past, Sung-ho makes a delivery to Young Suk's house. She shows off her new clothes and invites him in. She asks which outfit he likes better and leaves him alone while she runs to get more clothes. Sung-ho goes to the kitchen and finds foul-smelling black plastic bags in the fridge. When he moves one, it drops and opens, revealing body parts inside. He panics just as Young Suk returns. She's furious he opened the bag and goes for the fire extinguisher. In the present, Seo-yeon's family enjoys tea with Sung-ho and his dog, eating strawberries. The phone rings, and Seo-yeon answers it in her room. She hears Sung-ho's sobs from the past and Young Suk screaming about her ruined clothes. The call cuts out suddenly. Seo-yeon has a bad feeling. She goes downstairs. Sung-ho is gone. Her parents have never heard of him. She checks the refrigerator and visits his strawberry farm, finding it abandoned. Seo-yeon goes to the police station and asks about Sung-ho. The younger officer has never heard of him, but the older one remembers. He's shocked she's asking about someone who died 20 years ago. He shows her his notes. Sung-ho was murdered by Young Suk at her home. In the past, police visit Young Suk asking about Sung-ho before they know she killed him. She lies, but the older officer notices inconsistencies. He finds the strawberry delivery in her house and grows suspicious. He takes notes, making her nervous. Older Seo-yeon talks to Sun Hee, the shop owner. Sun Hee says she thought Young Suk was a good girl, someone who would listen to her talk for hours. She'd sneak snacks to her. Then one day, Young Suk hurt her badly. If not for Young Suk's stepmother, Sun Hee would have died. Young Suk calls Seo-yeon again. Seo-yeon asks directly if she killed Sung-ho. Young Suk lies. Seo-yeon reads her a newspaper headline about her eventual arrest as a serial killer and life sentence. Young Suk drops the act and reveals she did kill him. She demands to know how the police caught her so she can prevent it. She threatens Seo-yeon and grows enraged when Seo-yeon keeps hanging up. The officer continues investigating Young Suk. Meanwhile, Young Suk keeps trying to reach Seo-yeon in the future. She hears a knock at her door and finds her younger self with her father. He's looking for her stepmother. Young Suk invites them inside. In the present, Seo-yeon's father notices she's worried. He makes her drive to cheer her up. But in the past, Young Suk prepares to attack him. Little Seo-yeon watches as Young Suk sprays her father with a fire extinguisher. In the present, Seo-yeon drives through a tunnel and watches her father slowly vanish. Her future crumbles around her. The older Seo-yeon wakes up alone in the tunnel. Young Suk approaches the young Seo-yeon and tells her that her father's death is her fault for not answering the phone. Present-day Seo-yeon runs back to the house. It's in terrible condition, and Seo-yeon answers the phone is written in blood on the floor. The phone rings. She answers. Young Suk toys with her, describing how she killed her father. Seo-yeon threatens to kill her, but Young Suk has the upper hand. She's tied young Seo-yeon to a chair. She gives Seo-yeon 1 hour to find out how the police arrest her, or she'll hurt her mother too. Seo-yeon hatches a plan. She knows about an impending gas explosion at a specific location. She sends Young Suk there, claiming she'll find the man who discovers the knife with her bloody fingerprints. Seo-yeon waits for the explosion to happen on her phone, but Young Suk escapes before it blows. Young Suk calls back, furious. She punishes Seo-yeon by burning the young Seo-yeon with hot water, and the scars appear on the older Seo-yeon's body too. She also plays a voicemail from Seo-yeon's mother saying she's coming after them. Then she drops the ultimate bombshell. Seo-yeon's mother didn't cause the fire. She turned off the gas before leaving. Seo-yeon turned it back on by mistake, thinking she was helping. Her father's death was her fault all along. With no other option, Seo-yeon breaks into the police station to get the officer's notebook. She learns how the police caught Young Suk and sends her to the right place. Young Suk finds the man with the knife and kills him too. The information vanishes from the notebook. New information appears. Seo-yeon's mother is at the police station looking for her. The officer decides to help her and learns the address. Young Suk's information disappears from the notebook. The house begins changing again. Seo-yeon runs back inside and discovers Young Suk has become a prolific serial killer. She goes down to the hidden room and finds the phone. In the past, Seo-yeon's mother calls her husband's phone. Instead, she reaches her daughter in the future and screams for her to get out of the house. Young Suk hits Seo-yeon over the head, breaking the connection. In the past, Young Suk kills the officer in front of Seo-yeon's mother. The older Young Suk taunts Seo-yeon as her younger self calls. They struggle over the phone, and Seo-yeon knocks Young Suk out and grabs it. A chase happens simultaneously in both timelines. Young Suk chases Seo-yeon and her mother in the past, while the older Young Suk chases Seo-yeon in the present. They hide in the same room as the killer pounds on the door. The phone rings. It's Seo-yeon's mother calling the police. Seo-yeon tells her to calm down and find a weapon. Her mother grabs a fire extinguisher. In the past, Young Suk tricks the mother by putting young Seo-yeon in front of the door and calling for her. She attacks with a knife. Before she can stab her mother, the mother grabs the knife and struggles with her. In the present, Seo-yeon sees blood on the walls as Young Suk enters the room. But the mother tackles Young Suk in the past, and they both fall over the railing. The older Young Suk vanishes. Seo-yeon finds herself alone in the desolate house. Later, Seo-yeon runs to the graveyard believing her mother is dead, but her mother appears, smiling, asking why she's crying. Seo-yeon is overjoyed to have her mother alive and finally realizes she's actually pretty wonderful.